Hello, Lazza here, and today I'm going to be talking about some features that old Minecraft Pocket Edition players should remember or will hopefully remember. And if you are enjoying the video and learn something new, make sure you leave a like, comment and subscribe for some more Pocket Edition content. If you are new to the channel, make sure you turn on notifications so you don't miss an upload. But yeah, let's get straight into it with the first item. What old players should remember is the cane flower. This was a flower in the original Minecraft Pocket Edition. It was all the way up until 0.9.0, I'm pretty sure, because that's when they replaced it with the rose, the red flower. I really like this flower because it was blue and it was an exclusive feature all the way up until then. Hopefully they bring it back in the future. I don't think they will, but hopefully they do. It'll be pretty sick. Moving on, we do have the stone cutter. The stone cutter was used as a separate crafting table pretty much for stone items in the game, stone blocks as well. It's actually still in the game, so even the new Minecraft Pocket Edition players will know about it and probably will see it, use it as a decorative item, but only the real OG Minecraft Pocket Edition players would have actually used it. Like myself, I used it a few times. Moving on, the crafting menu, you will have remembered the old classic crafting menu of the sliding all the way up and down through the menu to actually get to your item, tapping on it, reading a brief description of the item or block, crafting it, and voila, that's how you got your items using the old classic crafting menu. There was no PC like crafting back in the day, and even in 0.9.0 they reamped the crafting menu, so it's a lot different and a lot better as well. And once again in 1.2 they made it completely different and made it probably a bit more convenient. The nether reactor as well is another thing you may remember from Minecraft Pocket Edition's history of 0.5.0 up until 0.12.0. There was no nether, there was only the nether reactor and nether reactor core. This was an exclusive to Minecraft Pocket Edition. If you do remember it, and going into the nether and getting those zombie pigmen and running around collecting all the items what were dropped from the nether reactor core. Yeah, that's it. That's the nether reactor right there. If you do remember the nether reactor, you'll also remember this following feature, which was kind of improved, but it was still there, the nether reactor mess. The mess it left behind was a giant tower of netherrack, and I'm not really referring to that as a mess, but before that, when they first introduced the nether reactor, it was actually obsidian, and it kind of really ruined your world because it would take literally forever to mine out all that obsidian. And then finally, when they did make it into netherrack, and it was pretty much break instantly with a diamond pickaxe, it was a lot more convenient. But yeah, if you do remember that mess, you are one of the old Minecraft Pocket Edition players. Moving on, being jailbroken was a big thing for Minecraft Pocket Edition back in the day because you could use the screen recorder as display recorder at the time. You could use the iFile to go into your actual file of the game and change your skin and a few little other tweaks right there. And the big thing was mods because there was no add-ons and you couldn't get mods without actually... You had to be jailbroken to get mods pretty much. So with the mods, you did need Mcpe. This was a Cydia thing as well. This is pretty much what you used to get mods back in the day. So if you do remember using that, I know I used to do videos and stuff on these types of mods back in the day. This is like literally 4 or 5 years ago now. It's really old. So yeah, Mcpe, another thing. If you do remember that one, you're a really old Pocket Edition player. Another thing you may remember is Mcpe Edit. This is an inventory editor for Minecraft Pocket Edition. This was for iOS, and you did need a jailbreak for this as well. This is pretty much changed from survival to creative your worlds. Add in any type of item and block you want. This is how you pretty much got all the secret items and blocks coming in the future updates at the time, which is pretty cool. It's really fun to use, and this was another big thing on how to use the actual, well, how you got the camera back in the day. This was like Minecraft Pocket Edition 0.3.0 days back in the day. These were nothing too big of a game-breaking feature, but it was just some cheeky splash text, which was Redstone free, which they did remove until 0.8.0, because that's when they added in the redstone, because that's when they added in the redstone from the ore, and they also did have one for the end, which they did remove in 1.0 when they actually added the end into Minecraft Pocket Edition. Another thing you may remember is constantly waiting for the camera to be implemented in Minecraft Pocket Edition. Yes, the camera, it was literally forever. It was in the game from the start because they wanted to make it into a feature. They couldn't get it really working. And then eventually, up until 0.14.0, it was still in the game. Like, you needed inventory editing and all that to get it. And then finally, it's just not there anymore. It's completely removed from the game. They added it into the Educational Edition, which kind of sucks. Wouldn't have minded to see the camera as a Pocket Edition exclusive. That would have been pretty sick. And yeah, that's the camera right there. Another thing you will remember is redstone alternatives, using redstone alternatives in custom maps and in your world as well, because you couldn't get redstone or any cool stuff like that. You had to use like signs, sand, cactuses, and all that other random stuff to make redstone alternatives. It was fun at the time, you had to be really creative to do it, but at the same time, it was really useful to do these types of things until redstone was actually implemented into the game. The free craft mod was a big game breaker back in the day. Pretty much craft whatever you want. This was a forbidden mod in any server. You got caught using this mod, you were kicked, you were banned from the server. You could use this to ultimately troll whoever you wanted, because this free craft was pretty much hacks. You could literally make any item or block you want for free without needing the resources, and it was a game breaking mod. This one I'm adding into the list because if you remember it, you either remember it for being the one using the free craft mod in your own survival world or online just cheating in survival games and all that type of stuff, or you remember it for people actually using it against you and screwing you over big time. Another feature, I'm not sure if it's still in Pocket Edition at the moment, but you could actually play Bluetooth multiplayer. So yeah, you could play multiplayer using Bluetooth. This was a trick back in the day. I know I used to be able to do it. I did it at school because in my school we used to have iPads and everyone used to be able to play it, and you couldn't actually use Wi-Fi to play with each other due to it being restricting and all that, you know, school Wi-Fi. But yeah, we used Bluetooth instead to play together, which was pretty sick. Another thing what's completely different nowadays is seeds. Seeds were a big thing back in the day, making seed videos on finding cool seeds what had like caves, lava and all that stuff. Due to the world generation being pretty limited, it was hard to find some cool seeds, and once you did find a cool seed, it was pretty sick. Nowadays with seeds having caves built into it as it's a standard generation, and also you can actually choose which seed you want to start the world in. Seeds now are just not as exciting as they were from older days, so old Minecraft Pocket Edition players will remember looking up all these cool seeds, seeds with caves, seeds with lava, seeds with diamonds that spawn. But yeah, it's a bigger deal back then. And finally is the invisible bedrock. The invisible bedrock was around from the start of Minecraft Pocket Edition, as it was the big barrier around the map. You will remember as well climbing to the top of that invisible barrier and actually walk around freely outside well, pretty much on top the invisible bedrock. Yeah, so if you did enjoy this video and if you do remember some of these or most of these features in Minecraft Pocket Edition, also leave a comment when you first started playing Minecraft Pocket Edition. I've been playing Pocket Edition for years now, so I remember all of these features. That's why I'm making this list, because these are off my memory. But yeah, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like, comment and subscribe for some more Pocket Edition content. Yeah, this video is going to be a massive one to edit. I can just see it now, so it would really support me if you could just drop a like, share the video around, so see if your friends know or remember any of these features. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.